going to finish off the burn segment. We're going to do all the smaller burns, like, for instance, Jared Bothwell. Jared Bothwell has 2 horses, First Now, Final Answer, and Road Tripper. I was in with Road Tripper the other day in a schooler. Mario went with him, won a mile in 2 minutes last half, 58, and he looked good, real good out of the pool. So Road Tripper's going to be in to go next week. Final Answer is going to school, I believe, on Tuesday. He looks good too this cold. He's coming along nice. Want to make sure that his feet stay good, and that right hind suspensory that bothered him, that branch that touches the sesamoid, that those stay together real good. Obviously not perfect, but we know his issues. We know where they're at. We're going to try and deal with them. Get him back to the track. It's been a long time coming for Final Answer to make his start of 2019. Angie's Barn continues to do pretty good. Lincoln James has dropped down in the class now. Did he not race this week? Lincoln James should be in where he can do some damage this week. So Pine, obviously, he should be in where he can do some damage. He said, Angie said he popped a little curb left hind the other day, which makes sense. So they're going to cryo that, give him a couple of weeks. He'll either come back to Mohawk right away, or he'll race once more out in Illinois. They close soon until February. I would say by February we'll have a few horses, maybe more, that can go to Chicago. They're going to race for decent money, a little bit watered down fields. I think it'll be a good place for us to maybe do some damage in the wintertime also. So that was Angie. An Olympic hopeful race. I don't think she raced very good the other day. This is a big gangly filly. She seems like she's growing every time I get a picture of her. So Olympic hopeful. Hasn't had a great 2019. Be nice if she can finish it off a little bit better. And then hopefully in 2020 she can grow up and be a better sort of a 3-year-old. You, baby. Next we have Tim Twaddle's Barn, Just For Me and You, was a winner the other day. Raced great. Path to Totality. We're tinkering with the idea of maybe racing her once more in the non-winners of 2. Rosa and Versatile is done for the season and turned out. Willpower Fashion done for the season and turned out. And Sebastian Yu done for the season and turned out. Right now, White Tiger is at Tim's Barn also. We're trying to get him ready for next Saturday's Keystone Classic. Brandon Bates, Beach Bum BB, likes her. He likes his filly. He said, what I'd like to see is maybe get a throat operation done on her after her 2-year-old season so she can go back 3. She tucks her head and sometimes you can hear her make a noise and roar. That's not that shocking. So he's thinking maybe a little operation, trim that palate up, and she'll be a much more effective 3-year-old. He's quite possibly right. So we are looking at potentially doing that also for her 2020 season. Andrew only has Cruising in Style. That's all he needs right now. He's been racing really, really good. I think he's got a win, 2 wins, a second and a third his last 4. Pretty hard to be upset with that. He's done very, very well. Richard's done really well with Brave World. 2 thirds and 150 his last 2 starts. He's probably racing tonight too, that horse. Races every Saturday. He's probably racing tonight. And John Boot and Chain Symbol was a little flat the other day. He's coming back for the Keystone Classic next week, as is Harness AM. Libero Hanover is going to test the waters in the non-winners of 3, and then we're going to sell him again. We're going to go to try and sell him on gate. Oh, Addie's getting mad. But the good news is it's not all the stables. Blair also has told me he's been in 210 with Heavenly Skies, and she is going to the schoolers in 2 weeks' time also. That's all of them. That's all the little burns. That's all the big burns. That's everything. That's even my burn. That's all of them. We're back. I think that's it. All the babies. Pretty sure that's it. You get an opening, you get all the babies, you get all the burns. No point in doing a top 10 tonight. We'll do something next week after the 2-year-olds are done racing. But a lot went on this weekend, a lot rattling around in my head, not just rocks. I know what you're thinking. But I'll be back in a little while, I guess tomorrow. We'll talk about how Really Blue Chip did. We'll talk about how we did at the sale in Mooresville, if we bought anything. But for now, this is it. This is all of our videos done. Just in time by the sounds of things.